They don't know we're gonna.
Okay, so I am on the Mississippi Gulf Coast right now, and we're about what, a block?
Block and a half.
Block and a half from the Gulf of Mexico, which is, if you can see it, please don't judge my video skills. That's not what this is about. All right, so we just met Christian. This is Christian, and Christian's going to tell the story. He stayed for Hurricane Katrina.
Yeah, we stayed, and we were boarding the house up. We were going to board the house up, and everyone was going to leave. And our next door neighbors, which lived right here, were elderly. They were around upper 70s, early 80s. And we left to get some more screws for the windows, and when we came back, somebody had broken into our house.
Nice.
And our TV was moved. We saw them run out through the backyard.
This is before the storm hit?
This is the day before the storm.
Okay.
And our next door neighbors came over and told us that they had been here through Camille, and water had only got a foot up to the doorway. Our home was over 100 years old. And once they told us that, I said, well, I'm going to stay so nobody robs us. Well, everybody decided to stay. The day the storm hit, water was about an inch in the road. Mm-hmm. And within about 45 minutes, it had taken over the whole bottom story of our house. The house next to us, which the elderly people lived in, was crashing into our living room, and that's what actually knocked most of our house down. Within 2 hours, we were on the second story of the house.
Okay. Standing
on furniture to breathe. And a part of the house fell over, and we got onto a piece of roof and stayed out here.
You floated?
Yeah.
On your roof?
Yeah.
Like your roof was not a part of your house anymore, obviously.
Yeah, it was a piece of roof from here.
A piece of the roof, and that's what you did. You floated in the flood water on your roof.
Well, actually, we were floating through the tidal surge.
And how high was the tidal surge?
You could not see the top of the trees out there.
Okay, so
most of everything was knocked down.
You couldn't see. It was above the wires.
Yes. I don't know if the wires were knocked down or the trees were just bent over, but you could see nothing but water. And we floated for about 2 hours, having waves crash in on us. And when I say a wave crashing in, I mean like a wave with a refrigerator or a tire. And on a 6x6 piece of roof, I had my mother, my two brothers, my brother's girlfriend, my buddy Butch, myself, and our 3 animals.
Get out of here.
Yeah. And 2 of our 3 animals are still alive. That's one of them right here.
Hey, baby!
That's Neptune. She made it with us.
Hey, Neptune! Hi, Katrina survivor!
But it was about 2 hours of that, and we got onto a boat that was pushed against this yellow house right here.
That one?
Corner. Yeah. We floated.
You got onto a boat.
And it had a cabin on it.
Okay.
Well, while we're sitting on the cabin, I decided to try to tie the boat off to the house. So when the water receded, we didn't get pulled out with it.
Right.
And I slipped and put my hand through a window.
Alrighty
the window, you see the main one between the 2 trees.
Yeah, it's kind
of. After that happened, about an hour after that happened, my buddy Butch and I jumped into the water in the middle of the road, and we walked the Tea Garden Road and got to the fire station. And that was my whole Hurricane Katrina experience.
And then how did you get, and then you left here?
We had the fire department bring me to the hospital, and everyone that was on the boat got to a car, and they came and picked me up the next day at Memorial Hospital, and then we came back and started putting everything together. Which, if you look around the landscape now, imagine about 30 foot of everything you see being nothing but debris.
Oh.
Because if you're from here, you can remember this wasn't open space.
No.
This was a apartment complex that had like 4 places.
Right.
This was a big 100-year-old.
Wait,
home.
this
had 4 apartments right here, and there was a Winnebago about like that. This is where they parked it. They had their. It had to be at least a 100-year-old home on the corner.
Okay.
In front of that, there was 2 or 3 nightclubs. there were restaurants like the Outback, all kind of things.
Yeah.
There, but it was all piled up in the street.
It was all piled up in the street.
Yeah. Oh well, everywhere. But
Right.
it wasn't like this now. It was.
So how do you feel like it's, what, 6 years later, a little over 6 years? How much progress do you think the coast has made?
It's made a lot of progress.
And didn't the governor help you a lot?
Yes, he did.
More than New Orleans. But you see, the Gulf Coast didn't get the media coverage that I'm from New Orleans, and we got all of the national news. You got nothing.
News, you had New Orleans was destroyed just because it was a known name. Nobody's really ever heard of
Gulfport, Mississippi. No, sure they haven't.
St. Louis, Wayland. They've
Right.
never really heard that nationally.
Right.
But once it got nationalist, New Orleans was destroyed by Hurricane Katrina.
Right.
They didn't take the blunt. They didn't have the eastern quadrant. They had the levees filling and.
Yeah, it was a man-made disaster.
Yeah.
Yours wasn't. Yours was, yeah.
Yeah, it struck at once.
Right.
An actual hurricane, not a reoccurrence.
Right. Right. Okay, anybody you want to say hi to? Out in TV land.
Anyone out there? Hello. We're still
Do you
here.
do you think there's still people out here who need help?
Yes, there are many people out here who still need help.
In what
We've
way?
actually made okay, but Waveland, Mississippi, past Christian, Mississippi, and actually the homeless. A lot of people have become homeless because of this, because of the way FEMA set up their getting people places to stay and the way everything worked out. There are a lot of homeless around here.
Okay.
And
I want to get the word out there that people still need help.
And if I could say anything,
Yeah, go for it.
Gulfport Music Festival is coming very soon.
Yeah?
And that's something that's bringing our community back just amazingly.
Okay,
so,
cool.
Gulfport Music Festival. Maroon 5 is headlining.
Maroon 5, hey. All right, thank you so much.
No
It's
problem.
nice meeting you.
Yeah, it's nice meeting you.
Let me get Neptune. Hey,
Wait,
baby,
hey.
lovey loveys. All right, Neptune went through Katrina. Come here, baby. All right. All right, over and out.
All right, thank you.
All right.
You know what I think?